Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out, we got the Adventure Force TETRASHOT. Now again, I gotta thank the guys over at BuzzBee Toys for sending this over for us to do a review. But the crazy thing is, we actually bought one, and I'm like, I gotta do the review on this. And then when they reached out to us again, even from doing stuff from last year for those guys, again, all this stuff has been great. I said, you know what? Why not? Because I can double up a lot of this stuff on here, right? So we're gonna get to that. But again, a big thank you to those guys. We're going to give you our unbiased review on this thing, right? The good, the bad, and is it worth your money? So let's get right into this thing. So the Adventure Force TETRASHOT, when I first looked at this, I was like, wait, does this thing shoot 4 darts at once? Or is it single shot? What is it? And yeah, so this is a single shot, Springer blaster. And I was like, wait, but it has 4 on each of these kind of chain ring mechanism here. I was like, how does it do that? But yeah, it basically shoots one at a time, and then will auto shift to kind of the next little pod or little cluster of darts right there, which I thought was like, oh, okay. I really wish this thing would have shot 4 at once. That would have been, wow, that would be awesome. Anyways, let's take a look at the actual box here. So when you look at the box, I'm like, wow, okay. The first thing that I noticed on this box is the color. So the yellow, it kind of reminds me of like a banana, but it's not my favorite color, but still. But I did notice the almost 100 darts on this particular blaster. 100 darts is 100 darts. That's a lot. I was just like, man. And that so basically that is double what this particular blaster holds originally. And you don't see that a lot in the industry, right? You always get just enough. Like 12 darts, you get 12 darts, or a magazine of 6, you get 4 darts. Seeing where they give you these extra darts, because you're going to lose some, right? Cat's going to take off with it. You're going to shoot some in the bushes. And I like having extras because it's just good to have, and you could use those for all of your different blasters. So let's take a quick look up and close of this particular blaster first. So you could see it's not a small blaster by any means. It's kind of in the larger category. I would say it's probably in the large category, but still it's almost like a medium-sized blaster. But yeah, it's not too bad. And again, the thing I like about the Adventure Force line here, what they've done with this is they don't go too overboard with the markings and everything on the blaster. They kind of keep it subtle and functional, which is what I like. Now it does have this huge 48 round capacity kind of magazine belt fed system here. And what's awesome is, yes, you can hook up different or multiple forms of these, so you could daisy chain a lot of these. And that's when I bought my other one. And then when they reached out to me, I was like, yeah, I want this, because I was gonna daisy chain a bunch of these and test it out. I mean, then you're breaking into, again, almost a 100 round capacity in a Springer. Look at this, it goes off the screen. So again, I love that I was able to put another one of these on there. And I'm gonna pull it up again so you guys can see here. It looks crazy just having that magazine there. Is like, you're a force to be reckoned with on the field when someone's like, oh my gosh, he got 100 rounds. And I get it. It's very similar to the single belt fed magazines that are just single, but still, this is just menacing looking. I mean, it is crazy. And I feel like it's a little less, like it's a little less room here than, say, the single strand if you want to do the same amount. But still, that magazine, or these belt fed mags, I just like that. Look, I mean, it just looks freaking awesome. So again, this thing comes with, yes, I think it says 98 darts on the package. I'm gonna call it 100, and they're their distance darts. And okay, the distance darts, again, for me, I'm like, all right, cool. But there are other darts out in the market that I use that seem to have a little bit better performance and accuracy. So one of the things that happened on my distance darts is I've seen other reviews on this where the tips of the darts were kind of stuck together. They had like this coating or film, I'm not sure what it was, but sometimes it'd be 3 darts, 4 darts, 5 darts, no darts. And so I had to kind of go through and get some of that off, because it definitely affected the performance when I was shooting this particular blaster. Because when you put the darts into the cylinders here, you really need to push them all the way down, right? To where the tip is almost barely outside of the top of the cylinder. And I noticed with some of the glue or whatever was on top of those darts, that those ones that shot would stick a little more and not give you the FPS that you guys would expect out of this particular blaster. So just kind of take that. I wasn't the only one. Again, I saw other reviewers out there who ran into the same issue where they were kind of stuck together, but still nonetheless kind of cool. I want to show you guys the again, kind of that inside mechanism here. So I'm going to pull this up, and you can see it's kind of like a force selector, switch up there for the air restrictors, right? So it checks for the dart, and then it opens it up, accordingly. And I thought that was, that was kind of neat. I was like, how does it do that? The grip is good. The back handle here is great. Again, I got larger adult hands, and it fits my hands great. No complaints. A smaller Nerfer, you guys should have absolutely no problems. The front pump is really good too. I usually end up holding it with like a finger in the front to really pump it. Kind of like this for me is just kind of weird on my wrist, so I usually will grab it, something like that. But still, it feels good. It's not too terrible of a pump. Right? There's some pumps out there where you're like, oh man, I've done that like 3 or 4 times. It is a nightmare. It does have, of course, on the top here, one tactical rail, and that's pretty much it. The front looks like one, but you just got the one back here. So let's hop in and let's look at me shooting this thing, right? That's what you guys always want to see. So here we go. Again, my classic backyard here with my little pop can. I need to get some new props out there. But yeah, I mean, shooting this, yeah, I was getting about 51-ish, somewhere right in there, maybe 55. Now, the darts, like I mentioned before, if they had some of that kind of connecting glue, I don't even know what it is. If it had that on there, then they were getting like 40-ish, 41-ish, which is not all that great. So I was hoping for a little more consistency out of this particular blaster, but again, with the single 48 round capacity belt-fed mag, and then you bump it up to 2, that is insane. Almost 100 shots. Now, this quote-unquote kind of has bump fire. What happens is when you pull the trigger, and you can see me shooting it here, when you pull it and you hold it and then you pump again, the pump actually pushes the trigger back out, and your finger kind of pushes it back in. So I got more misfires or double fires when I tried, slam firing this thing comparison to single fires. I would recommend you just single fire this thing, and you're going to have absolutely no problems. What is cool, again, is it fires all 4, and then it shifts the cylinder, which is awesome. I'm like, man, I don't have to push anything or do anything. It just does it itself. And again, having 2 of these belt-fed mags, oh man, you're almost pushing 100 shots, and that's pretty crazy. Now, it is kind of, it's kind of hangy when you do that, but still, again, this thing's shooting about 51 to 55 FPS. I was hoping for the 65 mark. That's a little bit better, especially with this amount of rounds. Or, again, if you were shooting at 50 or 55, but you shot all 4, that would be crazy. So I don't know, maybe I might open this thing up, but I think though that if you open this up so it shot all 4 at one time, that you're not going to get 50. You're probably going to get like 30, right? Or if not worse. But still, nonetheless, there you go, guys. You guys can see me shooting that thing. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool blaster. I do like this kind of idea, and being able to add multiple of these together, oh my gosh, is awesome. I love that. I love being able to daisy chain any of these kind of magazines or kind of these chain-fed mags together, because it just updates your capacity like crazy. But still, not a bad blaster. The 100 rounds is unbelievably crazy. Again, when Adventure Force and BuzzBee and those guys, come out with blasters, they usually give you a lot of rounds extra in addition to how much the original blaster can hold. And I wish a lot of others would take, a lot of other foam-slinging blasters out there would take that into consideration, right? Just having 5 rounds or 6 rounds for the 6 rounds that it takes sometimes isn't enough. You're going to lose them. So give us some extras, right? So a big plus there for the BuzzBee guys. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Again, I like this particular blaster. I just wish it shot 4. I mean, I bet you everybody who did it would be like, man, I wish that thing shot 4 at a time. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Leave it down in the comments. Thanks again, Fox fans.